Good evening. Welcome to the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School. Zaleski Sports presents boys high school basketball. It's the opening game of Big Rivers Conference action. It's the Chippewa Falls Cardinals against the Eau Claire Memorial Old A's. Hi again, everybody. I'm Bob Radovich, joined by Dave Sparger. Spargs, we saw the Old A's Friday night against Burnsville, Minnesota. Memorial pulled away for a win in that one. And as impressive as the final margin was, I think even more impressive is how many guys contributed for the Old A's on that night.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great point right there, Bob. They went deep into their bench, and it wasn't like they went deep late in the game when they pulled away. They were doing it 5 minutes into the game. They were going 7, 8, 9 deep right away in the first half, and that's just not very often that you see that from a club as deep as this one is. You know, like I said, they're going to go 9, 10 deep tonight again, and it sure helps them offensively, defensively, just to keep those legs fresh.
That was a game that was close early on. Memorial pulled out to a 10-point lead at the half. Burnsville kind of reeled them back in, and then the A's had that good finishing kick. Led in scoring in that game by Cooper Jesperson. He had 19 points. Wesley Mboga added 16. Caleb Yates, 11 off the bench. But all in all, you had 11 guys getting in the scoring column. And remember, this is an Old A's team. That's all seniors except for one guy, that being Ian Bauer, the lone junior. This is a deep, deep team.
Yeah, and you look at Ian Bauer being the only junior. Well, guess what? As a sophomore, he came off the bench. He was their 6th player last year, and sure enough, they're able to do that again this year. They allow him to come off the bench, be the first one in. He adds such nice scoring punch and can do a lot of good things that first one off the bench just to keep things rolling. So, again, you're talking about one junior. Well, guess what? He played a ton as a sophomore. So, again, just that depth adds up.
Chippewa Falls comes in 0-3, 3 non-conference losses. Chi-High coming off a tough season in which they went 4-22 overall, 0-14 in the Big Rivers Conference. Jason Prue's got some young guys that he likes. They're a big underdog, though, tonight, you'd have to say. Yeah,
that's one of the things that, you know, he is a coach and a coaching staff. Last couple of years, they've kind of struggled, but they've been very senior and junior dominated. And so when you keep the program kind of at that senior level, always playing varsity, it's tough to rebuild. And fortunately now this year, he's been able to find a way to try to rebuild the program with the younger guys. He's got a freshman that's going to come off the bench. He's got 3 sophomores that are part of the program now on varsity, and the rest are juniors. He's only got 2 seniors this year on his roster, and I think it's a big difference, but it's a way to start rebuilding that program.
Yeah, huge contrast between a young Chi-High team and a veteran Memorial team. Owen Munson is the leading scorer for Chi-High, 11.3 points per game. He is only a sophomore. Colin Nichols chips in with 11. You got Grant Von Hayden, who's a junior, just under 9 points per game. Conrad Gibauer, 6.7 points per game. He's a junior. Connor Kalinsky, another junior, 4.3. Those aren't bad averages, but the thing is finding contributions from other guys because they're only averaging just a shade under 49 points per game. Meanwhile, Memorial put up 77 in that 22-point win over Burnsville, Minnesota, and maybe it sounds like a cliche, Sparks, but anyone can lead this Memorial team on a given night. Anybody is capable of going off, getting into double figures, and leading the way. And they just have so many different options offensively.
Yeah, Coach Brisky talked to his team about that, even about the fact that, you know what, some nights it's your night, and some nights it's just not. So share the basketball. If it's not one of those nights where you're getting to go for, you're not feeling it, it's okay. Do other things to contribute, and don't worry about it because you got plenty of other guys that can do the scoring.
Herrick and Hart Law Office has been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. You talked to Coach Brisky. I had a chance to chat with him pregame, Spargs. In a game like this, what is he hoping to get from his guys tonight?
You know, it's strange how when you watch the film of the Burnsville game, and anytime as a coach you watch film, you're never as bad as you thought you were, and you're never as good as you thought you were. So, for example, and this is what Coach Brisky talked about coming in tonight, against Burnsville, they shot 30 3-point attempts. And in the first half, they were 5 of 18. And those were all just not real good, clean looks. Weren't really in the flow of the offense. They were just kind of forced threes. And hence, they were only 5 of 18. Second half, they got into their offensive set. They ran a good set. They ended up 5 for 12 from the arc. And I think that's exactly what he wants to carry over tonight. take quality shots. They don't have to be a number of shots. It's not whether or not you make them or miss them. It's like just be the right shot, the quality shot. And that's what he was talking about today with me. Just run your offense, take good, high-quality shots.
And I think the other part, and we noticed this against Burnsville, the Memorial defense really kind of cranked things up. It was about that midway through the first half, they started putting on some backcourt pressure, and I thought that was a big key to that game because it just sort of turned things in Memorial's favor, and it also loosened up the offense because you're exerting more energy, you're getting some turnovers, you're playing with more bounce, and that helped their offense from that point as well.
Yeah, a couple of stats to go along with that, too. They had 10 steals in that game. Anytime Memorial's going to steal the basketball, they're going to transition and have a very good look at laying one in or throwing one down, as we saw also. And the other thing that Coach Brisky's really, really pushing for this team is not to foul. Let's not put teams in the bonus and have them free looks. They only had 14 fouls for the whole game against Burnsville, and that's going to be an emphasis tonight, too.
Eau Claire Memorial, Old Abe's, Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Good crowd on hand tonight at the Eagles Nest. There's still room for you. Come on down if you have a chance. Otherwise, sit back, enjoy the action via our web stream on Zaleski Sports. Very happy to be broadcasting this game for you.
Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. Please be reminded that state laws prohibit the use of tobacco products in an area used by public schools. We also request help and parents.
Good student section on hand here at the Eagles Nest. It's a whiteout tonight, so all those folks are here. So we should have some good energy. Right now from the Eagles Nest, our national anthem. Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire Memorial getting set to clash on the court tonight here at the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School. Good atmosphere for this ball game. And just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance for your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they take most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. Starters for the Chi-High Cardinals and head coach Jason Prue, Colin Nichols, Owen Munson, Grant Von Hayden, Conrad Gebauer, and Connor Kalinsky. Old Abe's will have their familiar starting lineup, all seniors: Julius Clark, Bryce Hedke, Cooper Jesperson, Tay Ferguson, and Wesley Mboga.
6'4" senior wearing number 4, Cooper Jesperson.
Sparks, you can look into your crystal ball. Who do you think's going to have a big one tonight for the Old Abe's?
You know, it's going to sound strange because Wesley Mboga had 16, obviously, the other night, but it wasn't as productive as he can be. It was kind of a talking with the coaches. It wasn't kind of his game, so to speak. And I think tonight he's going to take another step up, and I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't in the 20s tonight. I just feel like Wesley Mboga is going to have a breakout.
You know, one thing I noticed too, so Tay Ferguson out there in the starting lineup. Remember Friday he wore the knee brace. Of course, he had that knee injury in the football season. Doesn't have the knee brace on. He just does have the long shorts underneath. Old Abe's in the home whites. Chippewa Falls in the black uniforms, the red numerals and red trim. Jumping center Colin Nichols and Wesley Mboga. Abe's win the tap. Here's Bryce Hetke in the corner. Wesley Mboga up top. Cooper Jesperson now. Finds Ferguson. Skip pass over to Jefferson. Driving baseline with the left hand for the finish.
Pretty move. I think Chippewa was actually in a box and one right there, trying to match up in that box, and then they're trying to guard Cooper over the floor. We'll take a look at that next time down.
Chi-High first offensive possession. Kalinske picks up the dribble, finds the cutting Grant Von Hayden, who couldn't quite finish. Good look, though, that time
great
for
look,
the Cardinals.
Yeah, great backdoor cut by Von Hayden.
Ferguson to Hetke. Nice fake. Layup good. Bryce Hetke gives the Old Abe's a 4-0 lead. First minute of this ball game.
Now 2 shots for the Old Abe's, and both of them finishing at the rim.
Gebauer on the drive. Kicks it back out. Here's Von Hayden. Lost it out of bounds.
That's going to be the challenge for the Cardinals tonight, is if they can handle that Old Abe defensive pressure.
Yeah, it's been a good, some good energy on both of those trips, although Chi-High, I like what they're running. I like how they're spacing the floor and they're getting some cuts. I think once they settle in and get things going, I think they'll be okay. Here's Julius Clark. Finds Mboga. Wesley Mboga.
That's exactly what Chi-High is trying to do. They're trying to run a box and one. But the Old Abe's with their cutting, it just creates that nice layup again. So again, running with Cooper Jesperson wherever he is, and the other 4 are trying to match up in their area.
Here's Von Hayden. Von Hayden in traffic, blocked by Ferguson. Clark on the push, quickly to Hetke. Ferguson now. Hetke will try a lefty 3, that rims out. Ferguson, offensive rebound. Abe's will reset, Mboga. Hetke again. Mboga, another offensive board. Wesley Mboga.
Good couple of offensive rebounds right there for the Old Abe's.
8-0 run to start the game for the Old Abe's. Mboga applying some pressure in the backcourt to Nichols. And they're going to get Wesley Mboga on the foul.
Yeah, I got a little handsy there on the ball pressure. Once you put a hand on that guy's hip, they're going to call that.
Nichols to throw it in for Chi-High. Cardinals with the ball down by 8. Early stages, first half from the Eagles' nest.
Old Abe's in a 1-3-1 zone here.
Steal. Julius Clark fires it ahead, and Mboga wanted to track it down, but Grant Von Hayden beat him to the basketball.
Yeah, good idea by Julius Clark. He's falling out of bounds. Throw it to the other end and see if he can get there, but it doesn't hurt you defensively.
And another steal by the Abe's. Jesperson on the push. Ferguson on the drive. Clark, three-pointer. No good. Hetke, offensive rebound. Ferguson will try a 3. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Kalinske.
And now back to man for the Old Abe's.
Kalinske backing it on Hetke. Kalinske spins, no good. Clark, good box out, but just couldn't hang on. Cardinals will keep it.
Good move inside there by Connor Kalinske. Got himself to be able to post it up and walk it down, and he had a good look.
Again, Sparks, most of these Chi-High possessions, I like the stuff they're running, just aren't getting the ball going through the basket. Near steal by the Abe's. Kalinske, double teamed. Abe's relentless on the pressure, and Clark knocks it off the leg of Owen Munson.
Again, with this defensive pressure, Chi-High cannot look to pass so much and be worried about how many touches. They've actually got to look for a good shot and take it. They got to get the ball up.
So here's Memorial with 14 and a half. Clock ticking. First half leading 8-0. Imboga backs it out. Clark will try from distance. Yes.
Real nice set right there. A little in-out action. Get it down to Imboga on the post. He kicks it out. Julius Clark's feet set. Knocks it down.
Aves with the quick start tonight. Nearly 4 minutes into this one, already leaving 11-0. Munson on the drive, picked up by his fellow number 2, Clark. Inbounds, Gebauer gets fouled. Second team foul on the Aves.
See, I go back to that offensive set. Munson had a good look. Owen Munson there for a 3. If he gets that good look at a 3, but instead kind of passes it up, and then they fortunately drew a foul.
Caleb Yates, Ian Bauer, Ben Fesmeyer in for the Old Aves. Corey Sukerman in for the Cardinals, along with Cale Dillenbeck.
They're trying to get everybody checked in here as it's kind of a hockey. They're coming over the boards, flying in there.
Sure. We'll get it all sorted out.
Yep. Get them checked in properly, and then they've got them in the books. They're ready.
Out to Munson. Picked up by Jesperson. Nice look inside. Sukerman had to go too hard off the glass, though. Bauer for 3. It's no good. Jefferson trying to grab that rebound. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chi-High. Ian Bauer to throw it in. Jesperson puts it up, and he will head to the line.
Yeah, he got fouled going up right there.
3. Yeah, and a good move, too, knowing that he got fouled just to get the shot up there, so it's a shooting foul. Mancino's Grinder and Pizza is locally owned and operated. Has been a family tradition for over 27 years for the best hot sandwich in town. Grab a grinder at Mancino's, conveniently located just off of Business Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Whether it is skiing, hockey, or basketball this winter, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back. For all of your sports-related injuries, you can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back into the game. Visit us online, shepkechiropractic.com. Shamar Simmons in for the Old A's, replacing Julius Clark. And Spargs, you picked up on something during the pregame when you said, where's Shamar Simmons?
I did. They were running through their warm-up stuff. That I didn't see him out there because, again, he had the numbers covered up. And then you brought to my attention, he's got a really nice haircut going there.
Absolutely. Well, you want to be streamlined.
There you go.
You know, getting up and down the court. Oh, trouble in the backcourt. And Jason Prue will take the timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. Back in 60 seconds. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Chippewa Falls out to another. Check that. Eau Claire Memorial out to a 12-0 lead over Chippewa Falls. Dave Sparger, Bob Radovich here at the Eagles Nest. Sparks, boy, offensively, defensively, I would think Old Abe's head coach Chad Brisky's got to be happy.
Yeah, he's obviously going to like where they're at right now, up 12-0. Probably the one thing he might emphasize here is quit shooting the three so quick and see if you can't pound it inside. They've had a lot of success inside, so let's see if they're looking more into that.
Cardinals out of that timeout with Zuckerman up top. Von Hayden. Von Hayden down the lane. Hoop wouldn't have it.
Oh, a nice drive, just couldn't finish.
Been that kind of night for Chi High. Ian Bauer trying to slip it to Fessenmeyer. Scramble, knocked out of bounds, and we're going to get a foul on the Old Abes.
Yeah, Ian Bauer there. Just his first.
Gavin Thompson is in for Chi High. Bryce Hetke back in for the Old Abes.
Old A's picking up full court here now. Keep applying that pressure.
Nichols will bring it up. Guarded by Caleb Yates. Yates had a big game Friday night when he put in 11 points off the bench. Thompson to throw it in. Here's Brady Paul, who's also checked in. Correction, that's Cale Dillenbach. 23, not 13.
Let's see what they're going to call here. They're going to have to talk about this if it's travel or foul. Oh, they're going to call the foul on this one.
Yeah, they're going to get Yates.
Yeah, kind of one of those things like he pulled a chair out from him. You know, Nichols started that drive, and all of a sudden Yates just kind of backed away. And they or Bauer, Bauer his second. So
Chi High will keep it. Still looking for their first points. Nice look inside the finish for Colin Nichols.
Yeah, real nice out of bounds play underneath the hoop there. Executed very well.
Nice cut. Got a pick up top, and Gavin Thompson delivered the assist. 10-point lead for the Abes. Yates on the perimeter. Up top, Simmons. We got Fessenmeyer posting up inside. Abes rotate it. Three-pointer up and good. Dan Fessenmeyer.
That's a 6'5" forward. Inside-outside game from Ben Fessenmeyer.
You know, and obviously when you look at the Abes, I'm not going to say everybody's got the green light. I think certain guys do. Simmons the steal, and he gets fouled. But everybody is capable of shooting from the perimeter. Anybody who sees playing time can put up the three and, you know, I think can shoot a decent percentage. That's, again, another luxury. Beyond the depth that you have, a luxury that everybody can, you know, can score in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, out of his top 10, there might be one, maybe two that he would kind of like, well, you can pass on the three, but you're right. All of them are good perimeter shooters and can post up, do inside, outside good work.
Bauer thought about the three. Instead, they'll rotate it back inside Fessenmeyer.
Great entry right there by Shamar Simmons. Working that triangle on that side. Stayed with it and found Fessenmeyer underneath wide open.
Lead is 15. Nichols wanted to give it up. Zuckerman going in strong, but he gets it rejected. Here's Hetke. Hetke gets it back. Yates, Fessenmeyer. Ben Fessenmeyer.
Gets the roll. Fessenmeyer off the bench now has 7.
That's a 7-0 run for Ben Fessenmeyer.
There you go.
17-point lead for the Abes. Nichols double teamed, but fouled. Coach Brisky doing some coaching down there. You know, that's always a fine line, Sparks. You want to play that pressure defense, but you saw what Brisky was doing. He had the hands up and just, hey, go straight up. You don't have to reach.
Yeah, that was the difference, right? He doesn't want him reaching for the basketball. Just get him in that trap with your hands high. We'll steal the pass.
Here's Thompson up top. Wanted to go inside, and we get another foul. Foul is going to go on Caleb Yates. 6 team fouls on the Abes. So put that on the list of coaching points, Sparks, where, playing defense without fouling. Oh, look at Shamar Simmons. Goes into the Chi-High bench. But a good hustle play there by the old Abe senior.
Yeah, Coach Brisky wants to keep this pressure. He just doesn't want the guys to do all the reaching right now. Again, a point of emphasis for him is pressure without reaching. Don't foul.
Yeah, and that's a really tough thing sometimes, especially for young players. Oh, good look inside, and the finish, Corey Zuckerman.
Yeah, Nichols with a great feed down inside.
Yeah, and a good roll to the bucket there, and Nichols gave him the pass, and Zuckerman finished. Back to a 15-point lead now. In the lane, in the bucket, Ben Fessenmeyer.
Much better from the old A's. A little more patience, trying to get it inside as Fessenmeyer has the mismatch inside.
Sparks, we talked about it in our pregame, how, again, anybody in this team can lead them in scoring. Good look from outside, Dylan back. It won't go. Thompson corrals. Thompson to Zuckerman. Thought he was going to shoot the three. Instead, they'll keep running their offense. Dillenbach, the kick, the rotation, three-pointer. Owen Munson won't get the roll. Zuckerman going hard after the loose ball. Held ball, possession arrow pointing the way at Chi-High.
Good job by Chippewa, though, moving the basketball, swinging it side to side. Inside, outside, one extra pass, got him that three-point look.
Ferguson, Mboga, Clark back in for the Abes, who lead by 17. Good look inside and the finish.
Yeah, it's second time now they've run that baseline out of bounds and found a guy wide open under the hoop.
Conrad Gebauer able to finish. After falling behind, Cardinals have kind of traded buckets here. Now the steal, Dillenbach, layup, no. Ferguson the rebound, Abe's on the run. Clark in the corner. Thought about the step back, Mboga.
Good decision right there with Mboga to kind of slow things down. Swing it around for Hedke, in and out.
Had a good look, and I agree with you, Sparks. They got that extra pass, and they wound up with a really good look instead of an okay look. Shot just wouldn't go down. Cardinals a chance to whittle into this lead. On the drive, Gebauer left his feet, but was able to complete the pass. Lots of contact down low. They play on, and Mboga winds up with the steal. Clark on the push. Finds Hedke, but Hedke, the ball went out of bounds, so a turnover gives it back to the Cardinals. Carter Berg, Owen Munson back in for Chi-High. Jesperson back in for the Abes. Driving all the way to the hoop is Owen Munson.
Munson doing a good job being aggressive out of that trap. Found himself a little space.
Cards have played it pretty even. They fell behind 12-0, but now it's 21-8. Remains that way after the Clark miss, but Mboga gets it blocked inside.
Yeah, Old Abe's looking for a foul on that one.
Here's Von Hayden. Picked up by Jesperson. I think Chi-High likes to set up on the right side and then run some backdoor action. That time the A's were able to recover. Hedke putting on some pressure. Von Hayden into traffic, puts one up, no, knocked around, whistle, and a foul. Visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring more than 2 million lights at Wildwood Park. Open nightly now through New Year's Eve. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. At the line for the Cardinals, Connor Kalinske, a 6'2 junior.
Cardinals in the bonus with 7 minutes left here in the first half. That'll help them out.
Yeah, chance to cut into the lead without the clock ticking down. 2-2 from the line, I should say. And it's another thing that helps you get back in the game. Jesperson, Ferguson, off the glass for 2.
Oh, I like Ferguson's patience there. Could have gone up with that little mid-range jumper instead. Put it down once. Got the easy lane at the hoop.
Again, you got Tay Ferguson, who's not played varsity basketball these last couple of years as he's concentrated on football. He's a wide receiver, and he's going to be playing college football in the Ivy League at Brown. But decided, you know what? I've got my offer. I'm accepted into school. Let's give basketball a try. Let's not just hang out with your buddies, but let's compete with them. Let's play with them, and kudos to him for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. He played with Maul when he was younger, too, so it's just, like you said, a great way as a senior to go out. Ooh,
good
pretty finish.
Backdoor look, and Owen Munson on the finish. I'll go back to what I said earlier, Sparks. I really like what Chi High's running. They have a good offensive game plan, and now that they're starting to convert on some buckets, so much the better. And a steal, Owen Munson. Jesperson kind of got stuck in traffic. Offensive foul on the Cardinals.
Great job by Julius Clark stepping in to take charge. Yeah, I agree with you, Brado. Chi High, since that you said like 12-0 run to start the game, they've really settled in, running their offense and getting much better looks in that offensive attack.
Colin Nichols back in for Chi High. Yeah, sometimes it's just as simple as, you play a little better defense. Your opponent misses some shots, then you start finishing some shots, and all of a sudden you look up and you're like, all right, hey, we got a chance. We're going to, we're not going to get run out of the gym. Jesperson. Little floater in the lane. Hoop wouldn't have it.
Oh, nice play right there. Oh.
Bauer with the save, and it caromed off Munson and grazed Bauer on the way back.
That or else Bauer stepped on the baseline, I guess, when he went up. But, yeah, I thought he made a really nice play.
6 minutes to go here, first half. Give the Cardinals credit for hanging into this one and just sticking with the plan. Kalinske, pull-up jumper, no.
Offensive push-off there. I did call him on the foul. Went baseline and used that off arm to kind of cause separation to go up.
Yeah, when you extend the arm like that, Sparks, and the official's right there, yeah, he's going to make that call. Still, I like what they're attacking, and I think that's the best thing they're doing. They're not just playing passively on the perimeter. They're trying to attack. Mboga, Bauer, three-pointer, no. Mboga, the rebound. Clark's pass.
Turnover on the old A's,
and heck of a job by Colin Nichols to get a hand in there and knock it off Mboga. Well, back in the game has been Fessenmeyer, and Fessenmeyer leading the Abes with 9 points.
Yeah, I'd get Fessenmeyer back on the floor because he's figured out how to work inside. That's something that the old Abes have just gotten away from here the last about 5 minutes. They haven't looked inside in that post. Really what they have to do against this box and one is overload a side. They need to get like 3-4 guys on a side and really work that zone, and then they can hammer it inside.
It's stuck on 23-12 for a while. On the drive, Dillenbach. Picked up by Jesperson. Giebauer, no. Tapped around, and Mboga the rebound. Clark sets, shoots, scores. Julius Clark up to 6 points.
Good job running the floor right there by Julius Clark.
Clark has already exceeded his point total in Friday night's game when he finished with 5 against Burnsville. And a steal, Fessenmeyer. He'll slow it down. Clark will try another three-pointer. That's no good. He also hit the clock above the backboard. Caleb Yates back in for the Old A's. Fleet Farm's layaway program is here to help you make this year's holiday shopping easier than ever. Learn more about Fleet Farm's layaway program. Visit any store or head to fleetfarm.com. Abe's by 14. Good defense by Jesperson, knocking it off the Chi High player and out of bounds.
Again, go back to that Old Abe offense. Like to see them go inside, get some touches inside. They go inside out. You're going to get a lot better look. That three is going to be there all night.
14-point lead for the Abes. They've got the basketball. Just over 4 minutes to go. First half from the Eagles' Nest. And Fessenmeyer sailed that one inside. It eluded Jesperson, so the turnover gives it back to Chi High. Four minutes to go. And Chi High somehow saves that one from going inbounds. Inside, great move by Zuckerman. Couldn't quite finish. Abe's have numbers. Fessenmeyer off the glass, no.
Tough shot there.
Giebauer pulling down a big rebound there for Chi High in traffic.
Good job by Chi High Cardinals getting back on defense there, making that a difficult shot on the block.
Double team down low, and they're going to get a foul on the Old Abes, and it goes on Wesley and Boga.
And I think that's his third. It is third this half, so he'll sit the rest.
Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. They have got a pulse on the local real estate market, and they can assist you with both existing homes and new builds. They can also help you through each step of the process, making the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That is what you get with Jesperson Group, C21 Affiliated. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect when you need it most. Visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Offensive rebound, layup, no. Giebauer. Hetke tracks down the rebound. Simmons back to Hetke. Jesperson to get it started. Now Hetke inside. Shamar Simmons kicks it out. Fessenmeyer, no. And a nice save by Shamar Simmons.
Yeah, good hustle by Shamar. Knocks it off Munson there to go out of bounds and maintain possession.
Abe's doubling up the Cardinals 26-13. Inbounds to Simmons. Jesperson from distance, rims out. Whistle, a foul underneath. That one's going to go on Chi High. They're going to get Owen Munson on the foul. Non-shooting foul, and that's the fifth this half on the Cardinals. So the Abes will throw it in with Jesperson. And a steal. Cardinals on the push. Dillenbach. No. Offensive rebound, Giebauer. Back to Dillenbach. Cardinals trying to cut into this lead. Boy, if they could get this into single digits, Sparks, they would go into the locker room with all kinds of momentum.
Momentum and confidence, that's for sure. Old Abe's jumped out to a 12-0 lead. Since then, it's been a 14-13 game.
I'm glad you did the math there. Close to a 5-second call there. Abe's putting on a ton of pressure, and they're going to get the foul. That's going to go on Jesperson. Tay Ferguson back in for Eau Claire Memorial. Thompson back in for Chi-High. HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Come for the rates, stay for the service. Tay Ferguson a little short on that attempt. That one out of bounds, and Cooper Jesperson can't believe it.
Yeah, they're going to talk about this one. That was definitely not off Cooper. That one actually just lost handle of it as it going up, and it went out of bounds off Chippewa. And, there's the change.
There's the chart. And a good job by the officials for getting together. As always, somebody has, out of the three-person officiating crew, someone's got the good look. Full time out on the floor. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. You are watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th.
Our find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Brown Fine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Eau Claire Memorial 26, Chippewa Falls 14. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. Coming to you on Zaleski Sports from the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School. Abes have led from the start. Began this game on a 12-hole run, and since then this has kind of been played at Chi-High's pace. Spargs, when you look at, originally Chi-High came out and played box and one. Here's Ferguson for three. That's short. Originally they're going box and one on Jesperson, and even though Cooper's got 3 points in this game, I think Chi-High would take that.
Yeah, and again, it's when Cooper's on the floor, Jesperson, they're going to run that box and one. When he's not on the floor, they're just going to run a standard 1-2-2 zone. And I'll tell you what, last time the A's were down, they missed Fessenmeyer twice on a cut on the block, wide open. And again, that's the reason he's in there right now against this box, is to find those spaces inside.
Ian Bauer, Julius Clark in. You know, in that game Friday against Burnsville, you know, we talked about Eau Claire Memorial that Coach Brisky can kind of mix and match. He can go big, he can go small, there's so many things he can do. I get the sense tonight he's just trying to find that right combo. And some of it's that, and I think some of it's just the way Chippewa was playing. They're putting on good ball pressure. They're not overplaying. They're also contesting shooters. So what can the Abes do to kind of loosen things up offensively?
Yeah, they just not been real smooth with their offensive sets. I just think they're a little trigger happy from the three-point arc right now. Rushing shots. Again, we talked about pregame, looking for the quality looks. Not so much whether it goes in or not, but the quality.
Missed free throw by Jesperson. Fessenmeyer, I don't know how he got out of that. Jesperson will try a three. Clark was in position for a putback, but he kind of, I don't know if he jumped too soon or mistimed the jump. In any event, Chi-High basketball. We're under the final minute to go from the Eagles Nest. Dillenbach hassled by the Abes defense. Sukerman powers up.
I guess. Yeah.
Ahead to Clark, Julius Clark. Nice look inside. Ben Fessenmeyer.
Great feed right there. That's what the Abes have got to do. Push the floor, look inside. Good look right there as Ben Fessenmeyer gets rewarded for running the floor.
Ben Fessenmeyer up to 11 points.
I knew I should have gone with him as my pregame
Well,
pick.
how did we miss that one, Sparks?
Yeah.
Ooh, launching that one from distance, trying to beat the buzzer was Owen Munson. It's no good. One half in the books. Eau Claire Memorial 28, Chi-High 14. Dave Sparger and I will take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. We'll give you some high scorers in this game and get you set for the second half. That's coming up on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We are back at the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School. Big Rivers Conference opener for both of these teams. Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire Memorial. It's the Old Abes, defending conference champion, leading the Cardinals by a score of 28-14. Bob Redovich, Dave Sparger with you at the half. And Spargs, great start for Memorial. Offense was super efficient. Defense they were playing some lockdown D. They were forcing turnovers. Got out to that 12-0 lead, but since then this one's kind of been a grinder. So what's Chi-High done to kind of get this game at their pace?
Well, first thing offensively, they've taken care of the basketball. Like you talked about, Memorial came out with that tough ball pressure. They tried to run and jump on the half court, tried to trap, and Chi-High's figured out how to get out of that trap and then attack. So they've had good looks from that and actually forced the Old Abes to get out of that defense. Defensively, Chi-High's done a nice job in their 1-2-2. You know, they're forcing the Old Abes to keep it out of the middle, to look for the three. Old Abes have not shot it well, and they're trying to track Cooper Jesperson all over the floor. When he's on the floor, he's getting guarded man-to-man. They're going to run that box and one and make somebody else beat him. And right now, that one person that who's really done the work is off the bench, Ben Fessenmeyer, with 11 points there in the first half.
Fessenmeyer leading all scorers. Julius Clark adds 6 for the Old Abes. And they've been getting production up and down their lineup. Wesley and Boga, 4 points, but also 3 fouls. On the flip side for Chi-High, their leading scorer is Owen Munson, the sophomore, with 4 points, and everybody else is chipping in with 2 or 3 or a little bit here and there. So just going to the locker rooms, and what do you think Chad Brisky is telling his Old Abes?
He just wants better offensive flow. That's just 28 points here in the first half is not what he's happy with. And again, they're jacking up the threes instead of being more patient, looking to get it inside, running more of an efficient offensive set. I think defensively they're fine, right? You only gave up 14 points in the first half, so you can't really complain about that. It's just, again, their offensive efficiency has just not been there. And Chippewa, hey, they're excited, right? They got momentum on their side. They can look up at the scoreboard and go, hey, fellas, it was 12-0. Since then, it's now 16-14. We're playing even with them. You know, we just keep playing even with them and start chipping away. All of a sudden, we get, like you talked, we get it under 10, right? Just get under 10 and put all that pressure on Memorial, and let's see what happens.
And the longer this goes, if Chi-High can keep it straight, all of a sudden that pressure shifts to that Memorial bench, because I think pretty much any observer would think coming into this one, Abes are heavily favored. We'll put it that way. And as long as Chi-High can hang around, then all of a sudden, you know, Memorial's in a bit of a grinder and a bit of a tight game that they may not have expected when this one tipped off. So still a long ways to go. Remember that Burnsville game was 10 at the half. Burnsville closed the gap, and you're thinking, boy, the Blaze and the old Abes are going to go right down to the wire. And then the Abes just had that big run to finish that contest, and everybody chipping in, and they wound up winning by 22. Halfway through this one, it's Memorial 28, Chi-High Cardinals 14. These teams will be in action next Friday, the 13th. Chi-High is home to host River Falls in a Big Rivers Conference matchup. The Old Abes, meanwhile, will host New Richmond on Friday. That is a girls-boys doubleheader. The girls will play first, and then the boys in Game 2. Dave Sparger and I will be over at the Sonatag Event Center. Brand new building that houses the UWEC Blue Golds basketball teams, as well as volleyball. But we'll be there for the first ever high school basketball game in Sonatag. It'll be Rice Lake versus Eau Claire North. We are definitely looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to get an opportunity to see that beautiful facility and actually, watch a couple of teams play that we know. It'll be a lot of fun that night.
So we're going to take another break here on Zaleski Sports. We'll make it a 2-minute break. When we return, we'll get you set for the second half of action. You are watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We're back at the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School, the home team. The Old Abes leading Chippewa Falls 28-14. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. Abes looking to improve to 2-0 overall. They won their non-conference opener Friday right here in front of a nice crowd against Burnsville, Minnesota, coached by former Old Abe Eric Leafblad. It was so good to see Eric back in the gym. A lot of his friends were back, old players, and you know, one of the cool things too is that a couple of the old coaches were there, Jim Kazmark and John Nicholas, and just great to see those guys. It was a great student section. The band was here, and just fun times. Good memories for not just the Abes, but the Burnsville team too, coming over and just getting a chance to kind of see where their coach grew up and all that sort of thing. That was a fun night.
That was just a great atmosphere, no doubt about it.
This just the start of Big River's play. This is going to be an interesting conference race. We saw Eau Claire North earlier this season. That's a team that has got a lot of experience back in the backcourt. Hudson really solid. Abes running a nice set on their first possession, and Wesley Mboga puts it up and in.
Yeah, Cooper Jessup sits that high wave screen, and then Mboga just runs underneath there and gets a good look from the block. That was the one earlier in the half where I was talking about Ben Fessenmeyer and how they missed him. It's exactly the same run through he had to post up and call for it.
Von Hayden picks up the personal foul, and that is his third.
Yeah, he set a screen off the ball and just lowered Julius Clark and drew the foul right there.
And a scramble for the basketball, last touched by the Old Abes.
Yeah, Ferguson, good look over there. Tried to hit Mboga on the weak side. Just the pass was just a little low, kicked off his shins, but good rebound by Ferguson and good look.
Again, we talked about this Friday night, Sparks. So interested to watch the development of Tay Ferguson. You know, still kind of getting back into basketball mode.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Granted, he's been in practice, but like we were talking with Coach Brisky before the game, games are a totally different deal. But again, just more depth on an already deep Eau Claire Memorial team. Gebauer had a good look inside. Big scramble for the ball. It pinballs around, and Cardinals will get a reset. On the drive, Gebauer. Kalinsky. Tough shot in the lane. Gebauer can't get it to go.
Good look, though. It got to the paint. Just good defense by Mboga there.
Mboga gives it up to Clark. Three-pointer in the bucket.
Again, there's that penetration. Mboga getting inside and then kicking out for the good look three.
5-0 run to start this second half for the Old Abes.
Yeah, I was going to say break down this second half into 6-minute segments. You got 3 periods of 6 minutes, and that depends if Chi-High can stay in this or not.
On the drive, good look that time, Grant Von Hayden. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Security Financial Bank, SFB. Whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com, member FDIC. Abe's basketball leading by 17. Clark on the perimeter. Go inside Ferguson. It somehow winds up in the hands of Mboga, who gets fouled.
Well, another really good set there, Brado. Get it to Mboga with that quick cut to the hoop. He found him, so he draws the two.
So Wesley Mboga at the line. He's got 6 points tonight.
Already the Old A's have had a much better look on the offensive end. Not making free throws tonight, but they've had a much better look as far as their offensive set this half.
I'm going to guess that's going to be on the list of things that are at practice tomorrow. Run, then go to the free throw line and start knocking some down.
Yeah, I think
to that trip. And yeah, this is, again, there's so many guys in this team who are good shooters, and you would think good free throw shooters. On the drive, no for Zuckerman. Hetke quickly into the front court. And Mboga gives to Jesperson.
See if the Old A's can swing the basketball lit again to get that zone to break down. There it is.
Clark to Mboga. Hoop won't have it. Clark again.
Mboga forgot to use the glass the first time. He remembers the next time. Finishes. He's up to 8.
And the lead is up to 19. Abe starting the second half similarly to how they started the first. Near steal Mboga. Did it touch the Chi-High player? According to official Nick White, it did not. Chi-High will keep it, and Gavin Nichols to throw it in. Cardinals swing it up top, Kalinsky. Munson, nice finish.
Good finish going baseline. That's where Tay Ferguson had to step in to take that away, and he didn't. So a good finish at the hoop.
35-18. Abe's basketball with the lead. Julius Clark through traffic, nearly knocked it in. Ferguson had his hands on it. Now Mboga tracks it down. And Wesley Mboga gets fouled.
Yeah, that's a hustle foul right there. Mboga getting to that basketball. Chi-High trying to get to it. Von Hayden's going to get that one.
And for Von Hayden, that's his fourth. So that's a tough one for Chi-High because Von Hayden does so much both offensively and defensively. So it's going to be up to other guys to pick up the slack. Gavin Thompson checked in. He gave the Cards some good minutes in the first half. Jesperson, little shake and bake up top to Clark. And Mboga will try one from behind the arc. That's no good. Here come the Cardinals with Nichols in traffic. And they're going to get him on the travel. Ben Fessenmeyer checking back in for Memorial. It was Fessenmeyer who had a really nice first half for Memorial with 11 points.
Yeah, he really provided a spark in that first half. I think you said he went on like a 7-0 run just himself.
Cale Dillenbach in the game for Chi-High. Clark finds Fessenmeyer. You have Jesperson posting up. Meanwhile, Julius Clark knifes his way down the lane and spins it in off the glass. Julius Clark up to 11 points.
Again, move the ball, get it going side to side. You break that defense down, creates those lanes for Julius Clark to attack.
Back to a 19-point lead for Memorial. Nichols picks up the dribble, finds Munson. Thompson. Dillenbach, 3. No good. Good extra pass that time by Thompson. Abe's into the front court. Clark, Mboga clears some space, can't finish. Knocked around. Dillenbach has it for Chi-High. Dillenbach picks up the dribble. Zuckerman going in strong. Gets his rebound. Blocked from behind by Jesperson. Nichols for three, yes.
Well, good job getting the offensive board there by the Cardinals. Creates that extra shot, and Nichols knocks it down.
Yeah, that was just good effort from the Cardinals. On the attack, hitting the glass. Clark will try a three-pointer, and that's no good. Hetke tracks it down, no look. Jesperson, yes!
Jesperson's first three of the night.
He's up to 6 points. We have 12 minutes remaining in this ball game. Abe's again by 19.
Good defense here by the old Abe's. And that one gets thrown out of the gym.
Back in for the old Abe's. Number 14, Ian Bauer. Number 13, Caleb Yates. Number 1, Shamar Simmons also checking in for Eau Claire Memorial. Bauer gets the offense started. Here's Jesperson. Fessenmeyer to Bauer. Simmons gives it up. Jesperson on the baseline. Yates, that's a little short. Offensive rebound. Jesperson dribbles his way out of trouble. Jefferson step through, won't get the roll.
Great effort right there from Cooper Jesperson on the offensive glass, getting himself out of trouble.
Nichols, Thompson, Zuckerman. He's going to drive. Tipped. Cardinals keep it. Another Neal steal. Nichols knocks down a three-pointer.
Couple back-to-back for Nichols.
Now a 16-point lead. Simmons in the corner. Jesperson will call out a play, finds Simmons. Bauer to Yates. Jesperson, fall away three, no good. Tapped around. Cardinals on the run out. Here's Munson. Won't get the finish, but he draws the foul.
Well, we talked about breaking the second half down into 6-minute increments. That first six, it looked like the old days were going to stretch this out into the 20s. Not so fast. Chi High hanging in there. It's down to still 16. 2 at the line to create it back down to 14. So they survived that first six. This middle six is when they want to try to get it under 10 if they can.
Well, I think when Jason Prue goes back and looks at this game and talks to his team tomorrow, I think he's going to like the effort. He's going to like the compete level and just, tweak a few things here or there. I think with a group like this that's so young and, it's kind of the mirror, I should say the opposite of the old Abes, who have all seniors and one junior. Chi-High's got 2 seniors, so it's like you're going to have to bring guys along, let them know what they're doing well. What Ben Fessenmeyer is doing well is going to the bucket. He's up to 13 points.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of getting to the block and calling for the basketball.
Thompson, nice jump stop into the lane and then fired it back out. Him and the recipient not exactly on the same page there. Turnover gives it back to the Apes.
Well, going back to Chi-High, you hit it right on the head. Very, very competitive. They're getting after the old Apes, and they're going to learn a ton from this game just about how to handle pressure and run their offense against such ball pressure.
Well, exactly, and I think you as a coach, you would say there's some good defense by Chi-High. As a coach, you say, hey, you're going up against the defending champion that's got just about everybody back, and you hung in there. You made them work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Contact on the drive, and they play on, so Chi-High will keep it. And a steal. Oh,
Here
Ben
comes
Fessenmeyer. Oh. Everybody was expecting the dunk, and Fessenmeyer comes up a little limp in there.
Great hustle by Ian Bauer to follow that, though, not just take for granted.
So Fessenmeyer comes out. Well, hope he's okay. I mean, when he knocked that one away and he's coming down, I'm thinking, okay, here we go. It's highlight time. And just was unable to
just for whatever reason, that knee gave out a little bit.
Hetke. Oh, good look inside to Simmons.
Simmons didn't see it coming until too late.
42-25. Score remains. 9:22 remaining. Again, still plenty of game left. And much like that first half, Abe's get off to a really good start, and then just Chippewa just kind of hangs around, battles back, and staying within shouting distance.
Yeah, Chi-Hi's doing a great job defensively, just making it difficult for the Old Abes to run against that zone, and the Old Abes are turning the ball over.
Getting close to a 5-second call.
There it is, Brad. Good call.
And here we go.
Brado, you were all over that.
Well, you know, we had a coach who just said, you better be counting in your own head, and everybody who's on the court needs to be counting. I can't remember if we were one Mississippi or what were some of the other ones.
That's just natural instinct for you then to start counting, isn't it?
Well, right, yeah. Oh, I still hear that voice and that foot stomp in my head. Hetke, gives it up. Yates on the drive, contact. They play on.
Great move, though, baseline. Again, swing the ball. Yates had a great drive, just couldn't finish.
You know, what we've seen in these two games by the Old Abe Sparks, this is an unselfish team. They're always looking to make that extra pass, and I think that's something that will serve them well. Good hustle on the offensive glass, Dillenbach, and he's going to head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Dillenbach's going to get rewarded for that effort. He's going to get 2.
And that foul goes on Bryce Hetke. That's his first. Von Hayden back in for Chi-Hi. Jesperson and Boga back in for the Old Apes. We haven't seen the hockey line change for Memorial yet tonight. But Brisky has done that in the past where he's subbed 5 guys in. And again, he's so many options. He can go whatever way he'd like. Offensive rebound, Ferguson off the Hetke miss. Clark calling out the play.
Jesperson just getting hounded by Von Hayden.
Clark will pop from distance. That is good.
Much better job tonight for Clark, just getting himself set and ready to shoot when that ball's in the pocket.
45-27 is your score. Abes have led from the get-go. Nichols, count and the foul.
Real good job by Nichols going up strong, using the offhand to draw that foul.
Nichols into double figures. He's got 10 points. And the traditional three-point play for Nichols, who's up to 11. Old Abe's lead down to 15, and Boga looking to change that, and he does.
Well, a couple of threes now finally falling for the Old Abes. They haven't been real successful outside the arc until recently.
They've hit 4 in this first half. Lead back to 18. Thompson. Keybower gives it back to Thompson. Thompson driving against Ferguson. He'll go to the line. Tay Ferguson picking up a couple fouls, and nope. They're going the other way. He got the push off,
yeah, it's like
and
you're right.
The Chi-Hi bench is.
Well, we thought the same thing. Yeah, we thought the same thing. On the drive, he got fouled. He's going to the line, but yeah, the outside officials like no, he's using that off arm again to push off. And he got called earlier in the game on that, too.
Connor Kalinsky back in for Chi-Hi, also in Corey Sukerman. Under 7 minutes left in this one from the Eagles' Nest. Abe's on top by 18. Looking to win their Big Rivers Conference opener. Sparks, when you look at the BRC this year, I mean, obviously Memorial defending champ. Here's Jesperson. That's no good. You would have to figure the old Abe's. Oh, look at the pick by Jesperson.
Yeah, he just played center field on that one. He anticipated it.
All the way to the hoop. Won't finish. So you got the Abe's. Who else would you be looking at as challengers in this BRC?
Well, they've talked about New Richmond as being a key, and Rice Lake maybe. River Falls is going to be big. So yeah, it'll be a really interesting race.
Yeah, River Falls returns their big Eli Johnson as well as perimeter player Preston Johnson. Over at New Richmond, head coach Ryan Lease has got a really good multi-sport athlete, Nick Stelright, who's back. And here's, what's interesting, Sparks? His mom is on the coaching staff. I was looking at their roster the other night, and I texted Ryan and said, I'm guessing there's a relation in there.
Yeah, she's probably somebody who's played a lot of basketball, maybe even at the college level, so she can bring a lot of knowledge.
Someone will have to dig into that, Sparks. And look at Wesley Mboga for the finish. You also mentioned Rice Lake. They've got Tyler Orr, son of head coach Kevin Orr. We'll see Kevin and the Warriors on Friday night. And no matter who's on the court for Rice Lake, that team gets after you.
Oh, yeah.
They talk out the personality
absolutely.
of Coach. Boy, do they play hard. And North with the first-year head coach and Logan Horn, they get a feeling that that's a team that, is going to figure some things out early. But with that backcourt they have, they got some guys that can light it up in a hurry. We've got a full timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. You are watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
It's almost like Cooper looked up at the scoreboard and realized,
Mine has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Brownfine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues. And the
biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
5 minutes, 18 seconds remaining here from the Eagles' Nest. Eau Claire Memorial at home leading Chippewa Falls 50-30. Cardinals working around. Here's Nichols, who's started to heat up in this second half. Knocked out of bounds by Julius Clark.
Yeah, Nichols wanted to pull the trigger on that three, but just a good close-up by Mboga took that away.
And the Abe's take it away. Here's Hetke, 3-on-3. Ferguson, Mboga. Clark out of the corner. Yes, sir.
Inside out. Been preaching that all night. Get it in. Kick it out for the better look. And Clark has had a night out there.
17 points. Well, again, you play that inside-out game and you run that secondary break, there's going to be some guys open, and the Abe's ran that really well.
Yeah, and if you had Clark and Ben Fessenmeyer on your bingo cards tonight as the leading scorers, you're a winner.
Yeah. Oh, nice move there by Dillenbach. Here's Munson. That's no good. Battled for the rebound. Dillenbach driving on Clark. Knocked away. Here comes Mboga. Wesley Mboga counted and the foul. Wesley Mboga.
Good job using his strength right there to go into that defender who was not set. Went and took the bump, and he's going to get the end one off that.
Yeah, Mboga, 6'4", but he's got some handles. He can shoot it, and you touched on it, the strength. You know, he's not afraid to mix it up, and such a versatile performer for these Old Abes.
Yeah, we talked about this middle 6 minutes here, and if you look now with just 4 minutes to play, it's ballooned up to a 26-point lead. 56-30 all of a sudden for the Old Abes.
And it's not like they went on this humongous run either. It's just kind of methodical in how they've done this. They've done it with hustle, kind of like here. You got Jesperson, you've got Ferguson.
Kolinsky,
the bottom of that pile,
yep.
Kolinsky. Yeah, it's the guys are getting after it. .337 remaining in this one. Nichols to bring it up for the Cardinals. Nichols has had a solid game. He's got 11 points. And a nice finish there, Cale Dillenbach. Ferguson in traffic. Now Hetke. Ferguson will try a three-pointer. Just off a bit. Had a nice rotation coming off the hands. It just kind of drifted on him.
Yeah, that's one of those shots that's going to take a while for him to come back.
Ian Bauer in for Memorial. Ben Fessenmeyer getting checked, or will check back in. And we're just under 3 minutes to go. Cardinals will lose it out of bounds. Abes will take over. Kobe Twyman checking in now for Chi-High. Twyman, a 5'10" freshman. Getting some valuable court time here.
Yeah, this would be a great experience for a freshman here.
You know, we talk about the youth movement at Chi-High, and again, it's just good to get guys some game experience. And you know, Sparks, you coached here multiple sports for so long. Big jump going from JV to varsity. Ian Bauer buries a three.
Well, every level you go up, it's all about the speed of the game. It just gets faster, it gets more physical, and so the sooner you get exposed to that speed, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah, in the Big Rivers, it's a tough conference. It is always balanced. You've got some great athletes. Nice move in the lane, Colin Nichols. Nichols has given Chi-High some good minutes.
Yeah, he's up to 13 points tonight.
Hetke, Fessenmeyer.
Good
He's
finish.
got two more.
Strong.
Fessenmeyer up to 15. So Clark 17 and Mboga 16. Fessenmeyer 15.
Yeah, a little baby hook right there from Fessenmeyer inside. And Coach Brisky's going to go to the bench here.
So into the game, Henry Fessenmeyer, number 21. Armando Torres, number 22. 35 is Jack Christensen. 33, Jack Cooper. 23, Randy Perrine Jr. Minute and a half to go. Old Abes well on their way to improving to 2-0.
Yeah, biggest lead of the night, up to 27 here.
Twyman, a little short.
He gives a little smile as he heads down. Like you said, nothing wrong with that as a freshman getting a good look.
Top Christensen from outside, no. Good look that time from Jack Cooper. Ball pinballing around down low, and Cardinals will bring it up with 1 minute to go, second half. Dillenbach seemed like he went up and down unless that ball was tipped. Knocked away by Dillenbach of the Cardinals. It was Friday that Armando Torres came in, and the second he touched the ball, he launched one from right in front of the A's bench, and he knocked it down. We'll see who out of this group.
Yeah, he had that first touch right from the perimeter and banked the three and off the glass.
So Randy Perrine Jr. was channeling his inner quarterback there, and he fired one, and I think he caught the intended receiver a little bit by surprise.
Checking out right there was Colin Nichols, and we've got to make sure we, again, say what a nice game he had for the Cardinals tonight. Knocked down a couple threes, and when they were hanging around, it was really him that ran that offense and got good looks.
Yeah, he and Corey Sukerman are the two seniors, and these are guys that Coach Jason Prue and the staff are going to count on to be the leaders. Set the tone. This is how we practice. This is how hard we play. This is how we get better. So credit those guys. But this one is a final. Eau Claire Memorial wins it 61-34. Your top scorers tonight for the Cardinals, they were led by Colin Nichols with 13. Owen Munson had 7. Balanced effort for the Old Abes. Julius Clark 17, Wesley Mboga 16, Ben Fessenmeyer 15 off the bench. Sparks, this is the second straight game the Abes have had 2 starters in double figures and then brought a guy in off the bench with double figures, and it's been different guys every time.
Yeah, we talked about it in pregame about you just never know for the Old Abes who's going to show up and be the guy that night. This night it was just not Cooper Jesperson's night. They were tracking him, they were banging, they were physical on him, just didn't let him get free. And so other guys had to step up. Julius Clark had a great game on the perimeter, knocking down threes. Wesley and Mboga did a really nice job inside. And then like you talked about, coming off the bench, you're looking for somebody to come off the bench and give you some offense. Well, Ben Fessenmeyer sure did that with a great first half, 11 in the first half, 4 in the second half, and he ended up with 15. So again, just a good job of the offense of finding different people to contribute tonight.
And Sparks, credit to Chi High. This could have been a blowout, but they kept it close. It was a 14-point game at the half. They hung around. They didn't win, but they hung around, and I think you got to give them some credit. But also credit to the Abes for, just kind of sticking to the game plan and eventually were able to pull away, even though they didn't have one of those signature runs where they went on an 11-0 or something like that.
Yeah, if I'm sure when everybody looks at the score tonight, outside they'll see across the TV or on the paper or whatever, they're going to go, oh yeah, Memorial won by 27, not a surprise. But I'll tell you what, that is not indicative of how well Chippewa played for them. I mean, again, 36 minutes. It was 30 minutes. It was a ball game for 30 minutes. It was the last 6 that all of a sudden Memorial was able to really cushion it, get it up into that 20 range. Otherwise, Chi High was in the game.
Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on a prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athletes in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That is coming up next. You are watching Boys High School basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint, inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
You're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah.
I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen eclairs in my dressing room.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School. The Old Abe's picking up a 61-34 win tonight over Chippewa Falls. Joined now by Ben Festenmeyer, Wesley Mboga, Julius Clark. Ben, let's start with you. 15 points off the bench. We saw this on Friday when it was Caleb Yates coming off the bench getting in double figures. It seems like you guys have a team that just about anybody is capable. Doesn't matter whether you start, whether you come off the bench, everybody is capable of helping out. What was working well for you tonight?
I just felt like tonight it was going great by just rim running a lot. Like the coaches kept on preaching that in practice, rim run. So rim run. So I knew that me and like my fellow bigs like Wesley and Tay had to rim run every time to get points, and that's what I did, and I found myself scoring a lot because of that.
Wesley, talk about that start you guys got off to. You were able to kind of establish some things, play from ahead. What was working in that opening stretch?
Yeah, we just did what the coaches told us to do, come on with a lot of energy, and we executed our plays, and we played hard defense, and we ran the floor. And then after that, we just kind of went away from those things, and then that's when they started to come back.
Julius, 2 wins on your home court. You're back here Friday against New Richmond. They're a team that brings some talent. What are you guys going to focus on between now and then?
Definitely our energy. Our energy was a little lackadaisical today, but I feel like over these practices, we can learn from this game and take it and move on and learn and practice and continue.
And how nice is it knowing, we touched on this when I talked to you and Cooper last Friday, that you've got a second five that they can come in, everybody chips in, and it's so hard to key on one guy. And Chi-Hi did a good job trying to take Cooper out. Everybody else stepped in.
You know, it's nice that we have people off the bench and other starters that can come in and contribute all the time. And then it's just next man up. They take away one guy, we have other people that can come in and kill them every time.
Gentlemen, you're in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. You know how this works. I'm going to hand that to you. Our buddy Dom is up there. When he gives you the thumbs up,
You go, and then it goes like this.
I'm Ben Fesenmeyer.
I'm Wesley Mboga.
I'm Julius Clark.
And we're in the house.
Thank you, gentlemen. Hey, congratulations. Good luck Friday against New Richmond. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
All right, so that's going to do it for our webcast tonight from the Eagles Nest. We'll join you again Friday from the brand new Sonotag Events Center. It'll be Eau Claire North hosting Rice Lake in Big Rivers Conference boys basketball action. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for Don Millay, our producer,